I mean, first of all, good for him. Like, I know that had to be really difficult for him to do, and you could see it watching that statement. Actually, I didn't expect to, because I was kind of like, when I first saw that, I was kind of like, you know what, good for him. Like, that was my first reaction. Like, I'm happy for him, because there have been times, especially since he got that one concussion where he ends up getting carted off, and I'm sure y'all remember this, and he's crying. He doesn't know where he is.
Right.
That was one of the scariest things.
That's a tough one there.
That was real scary, because you know that guy, like, that's one of the, not that tough people don't cry, but it's one of the toughest people you've seen. And it wasn't so much that he was crying, it was just the look on his face of like knowing,
just mass
no
confusion.
idea.
No
right?
cognitive skills other than he can still
and
breathe and
so
walk.
Scary.
And I'm sure he's probably seen that footage since. And I think he's been at least like, what they've announced, he's been concussion free for the last couple of years, but he's taken a few in air quotes, who knows, but he's taken a few hits that I know immediately. My first reaction when he takes a hit to the head is like, you just immediately get scared, because you just don't want that to happen. My husband now feels a little guilty now, because like, he's a Bucks fan, right? So when they drafted Luke Kuechly, I was super happy. He teased me a little bit and was like, oh, it's the next Dan Morgan. And then when like Kuechly starts getting concussions, he was like, he's like, wait, I didn't mean it for like real,
I mean like a real Dan Morgan.
And then he's like, oh no, I spoke this into existence, didn't I? I'm like, yeah, but I think that like he's been, like I said, on paper he's been concussion free for the last couple of years, but who knows? And I think he's doing the thing that he feels like he has to do, and I think you're going to see more and more of this as guys have more information.
I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, we know more than we did before.
You think he lost a step this year?
I don't think he's been the same player the last couple years, and I actually think that has. I think that has.
I think he's really lost his step. Seriously, this year was not what we've seen.
To be fair, his supporting cast was not as good as it's been in past years, for one, and I think actually losing what they've lost, like up front, especially like at D tackle, I think that's had a big impact on him too, because when you can sort of occupy blockers up there,
then I can be free to roam and do what I do and do what he does.
And